All right. Welcome, Taurus. Taurus rising, those with their moons in Taurus, to March 2025. And wow, what a month we have ahead here. Check it out. Got a lot of stuff happening. I wanted to start off with you, Taurus, about this Venus retrograde. Now, you're run by Venus, so this is why it's important that you know what's going on with the Venus, okay? So, Venus retrograde, this is a cosmic love reset. Okay, what does that mean? Well, Venus is the planet of love and money and those beautiful things. But when it's in retrograde, it's kind of going backwards. It's kind of still. It's an optical illusion, by the way. It's not actually, the planets don't stop moving, but well, you know what I mean. Okay. But in any case, it's like, this is a time where we reflect. And when any planet's in retrograde, you know that word retrograde? It's review, reflect, reanalyze, right? And so this is about really revisiting your past romantic choices, your past financial choices, and there's a deep emotional reflection here. Okay, now, because Taurus, this Venus is in your 12th house, this could be very financial for you right now, Taurus, about reflections on your investments, because the 12th house is a spiritual house and has a lot of stuff in it that's kind of deep and spiritual, but it can hold onto investments, for example, like your cryptocurrency or whatever, 401ks, RSPs, whatever. It can hold some of that energy in the 12th house. So Venus is asking you to really reflect on that. It could also be looking at how you do relationships, because the 12th house hides their feelings. The 12th house hides things. It's the hidden, and so with Venus being in the 12th house in retrograde, you could be, burying feelings, traumatic experiences about money and about people or about relationships, about the past. But Venus retrograde asks you to look at those things, Taurus. Okay, it's asking you to look, and basically it's like this: what are you holding on to that no longer serves you, Taurus? Something to reflect on, right? Retrograde, reflect. Okay, so something like that. It's about closure and healing and realigning your desires and your money and all sorts of things. Now, by the way, I just wanted to mention, Venus is the planet of cosmetic surgery and beauty and things. Not a good idea to go full force with a nose job. Not a good idea to go get a whole new hairstyle, because you might be like, oh, what did I do? Why did I do this to my hair? Okay, wait till after April 12th, when things are good to go again with Venus, to do those things. Okay, but by the end of this retrograde, Taurus, you will have a clear vision about what fulfills you, especially when it comes to spirituality and especially when it comes to your future money or your investments and things like that, okay? So comment below, Taurus, have you been feeling past financial energy or past love energy come up lately? Because sometimes with these Venus retrogrades, our past lovers come into or you get a text or a phone call or something on Facebook. I don't know. Like, it's kind of weird that way too. I'm just curious, Taurus, have you been finding anything kind of weird about that? Okay. So that's Venus retrograde. And I know I went long on that, Taurus, but like I said, you're ruled by Venus, so you should know this information. It's good for you to know. Next, we do have Mercury also going in retrograde, but that doesn't happen until March 16th. Okay, it happens till April 8th. And Mercury, the usual Mercury retrograde thing, okay? But it's also in Aries, so it's also in your 12th house of spirituality and retreat. It's a good time to make sure you get your rest and work on your mental health, okay, Taurus? Rest, relaxation, and don't take things too hard, and it's more of a reflection time too for everyone. I think, with Mercury retrograde, not a greatest idea to start or launch projects in your business, for example. It's good to plan them out and reflect on what did work and what didn't work when it comes to projects, but don't go full force launching a university online or a big project. Okay, it's probably gonna have to be revisited later if you do that. Okay. And for some of us, Mercury retrograde can mean a little bit of travel, miscommunications, or delays. So it's the usual Mercury retrograde stuff, right? Okay. Now, Mars went direct in Cancer. So that's cool on March. No, I forget when it went direct. Maybe it was in February. I can't remember. Doesn't matter. It goes direct in Cancer again, which is good. It feels like it's moving again. And that Taurus is in your third house of busy, your community, your marketing, your branding. I could see you getting a few more messages, a few more texts, a few more communication things happening for you, Taurus. So that's cool. Okay, now we're getting into the real nitty-gritty here because it's eclipse season, March. That's why these videos are going to be extra long. Eclipses are important. They set the stage, they set the tone, they write the story. And March 14th is the full moon, lunar eclipse in Virgo. And so for you, Taurus, this is a illumination in your fifth house of the children, of your creativity, romance, especially with kids though, or grandkids. Okay. There's something being illuminated. There's a completion. It could be like somebody didn't tell you that they were pregnant because they wanted to make sure it was past that 12-week mark or whatever it is. I can't remember the mark. I'm too old now. I had my kids so long ago. I can't even remember. No, but anyways, it's like, they wait to say that they're pregnant, for example, until they know the baby's healthy and viable. It could be like that. It's like this illumination of information that comes in your fifth house. It could be about you winning some money too. The fifth house can be games of chance, games of speculation, your sports betting, your gambling, your lottery tickets, or something like that. Some of you Taurians might even win that mighty million home lottery. Woohoo! That kind of vibe as well. So you never know. Fifth house can be about your relationships too when you've just started a romance. So for example, the full moon might be like, okay, I got to decide now. Do I want to take this to the next level or not? And then you make that decision, right? The full moon is sort of a culmination and almost like an ending in a way. You're making a decision that week, everybody is. And it's in your fifth house. And it could also be this, I need to get more hobbies. I need to be more creative. I need to get into these groups of people that like doing stuff with me, like sports or wine and paint night or whatever it is, some kind of hobby with you, and those close kind of fun little group things that can be very good with the fifth house as well. Another thing too, Taurus, that the fifth house is entrepreneurial, your own business, your own side gig. So I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you get illuminated and, I need to do this for our business, or I need to do this or something like that. But remember, don't launch anything spectacular. Just keep with the planning of it. Okay. It's not a good time for action and launch. It's a good time for strategy and planning. Okay. And that's for March. Next, we get the next eclipse thing, March 29th. So we've got this new moon, new beginnings in Aries. Wow. This is when, and we kind of start the zodiac on Aries, March 20th, 21st, Aries begins. This is all this new beginning energy, right? The beginning of the season, the beginning of the zodiac wheel starts at Aries. The spring has sprung in the northern hemisphere, and wow, everything's new. And so this is a new moon solar eclipse in Aries, which Taurus for you is in your 12th house. So yes, new beginnings for you in spiritual endeavors, new beginnings for you in sometimes it's about adding your PayPal, like money, getting money from people online, right? Adding more shopping cart things, Shopify or whatever, shopping cart or PayPal or something like that. it's like stripe, what I'm talking about, like the money stuff. But the 12th house is very much about a spiritual retreat and getting into, it could be that you're getting together with people, Taurus, that are more spiritual and helping you with that. There's just new beginnings too, and looking deep within yourself, Taurus, about all these past traumas and all these past things, and really so that you can plan and start a little bit fresh. Okay, it's kind of a new chapter reset for you, Taurus, just like Aries in a way too. Because Aries just went through the 12th house, and then we'll be getting into their first house of self. There's time to shine during Aries season. Then it'll be your turn, Taurus. So you're a little bit same vibey with Aries in the fact that you are working at looking at yourself on a very deep inner level, planning for the future. And yes, it does have to do with finances quite a bit, but there's also a very spiritual flavor. How do we mix the spiritual stuff with the 3D world? How can we ascend to next dimensions, but still pay the bills, right? And Taurus, you're a very grounded, realistic kind of sign. So you get what I'm saying when I say that, right? You want to be spiritual and you want to do all this stuff, but you still got to, pay the bills and money and currency, and that's the reality we live in. We live in this 3D run on money world. And if you're in the bush running, I don't know how you're getting internet watching me, are you using a solar panels? I don't know, but I'm just saying realistically that's what it is. It's so you're really thinking about a bunch of inner stuff like that. Okay, so that looks cool. Now let's pull some cards for you, Taurus. How fascinating. Oh, I wanted to say too, Mars has gone direct, I talked about that already. Never mind. I talked about that. Okay, so let's pull some cards for you. We'll pull some Power of 8 Chakra Lenormand. They do come as a set with the Power of 8 Chakra Oracle Original. They come as a set. Check my website, www.themoontree.org. All right, let's see. For Taurus in March, what can we know? Whoa. Okay, so we do have something to do with a man in your life. Now, this can be any man. This is very neutral, okay? It's a male figure, but we need a little more info. Let's see what kind of man this is or whatever. Okay, so we do have the love. So we're working here with the man, love, and I also had the coffin, which was an ending. So probably around that full moon, March 14th, something with a man who is special to you in some way. You love that person in some way. Doesn't have to mean romantic. It could be family love. Like it could be your special friend. You know what I mean? It can be platonic love. But there's an ending in some way. It could be like you're moving, he's moving, or maybe he's going through, and maybe he's an older man like your grandpa, and he's going through an illness, and then he passes on. Maybe, I mean, there's a lot of things with the coffin. It's an ending of sort. It could be that some of you are breaking up with the man, because remember I said that stuff was happening in your 5th house of romance. During the full moon, you're going to decide, should I get this romance to the next level, or should I end it? Full moon, March 14th. That could be that too. So there's different interpretations based on you. So find the right one for you. And Taurus, you're always smart. You'll always make the right decisions. And now let's see a little bit more information for you. And it looks like I protect my aura. That's the heart chakra, protecting the heart. And, if you're sad, working on the sadness, because 12th house can make us feel sad, right? There's a little bit of depression in the 12th house too. It's hiding the feelings. So if you feel angry, scream into a pillow. Like, make sure you get the emotions. Don't hold them in, Taurus, because that's going to cause problems. And that's what this is too. And another thing too that this is about protecting yourself against, too much social media or too much information or too much negativity, too much toxin, and like all these spikes in energy around the heart field. It could be like, even like I've been getting too much Wi-Fi. It's driving me crazy, and it's causing me illness or depression or whatever. Like, it's like a little bit of a health thing too, protecting the aura, protecting the heart, area too, which is, we're an electrical being as humans. We got some electricity here, north and south pole. So grounding, walking bare feet, getting a grounding mat can help. Anything you can do to relieve the stress of the 12th house, which often can also manifest in the head. 12th house headaches, I call it the 12th house headaches, the migraines, things like that from too much exposure to, to too many things. So that would be a nice thing to do for you, Taurus. I hope that helps. Now, if you like this reading, comment, tell me you like me, and I'll share the love back to you, and come see me for a reading if you're interested at www.themoontree.org. I also have some new memberships for YouTube as well. I'm kind of moving everything over to YouTube and going all in on YouTube. So I did do that prediction. I don't know if you saw my social media predictions, and YouTube is the platform of 2025 to be on, all right, when it comes to Chinese astrology. So check that out if you have a moment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.